Hi, this tutorial is intended to introduce members of the Native Plant Society to Meetup, a social networking tool that allows people to form groups based on interest and then to create an RSVP to events to do together. Specifically, the tutorial is focused on helping society members join a society meetup group and also provides an overview of how to use Meetup. The tutorial shows how Meetup works as of September 1st, 2014. I'm going to go over two scenarios. One is if you know your chapter has a Meetup group and you want to join the Meetup group. And the second scenario is if you don't know if your chapter has a Meetup group and you want to look and see if your chapter has one. So in the first scenario, where you know your chapter has a meetup group, you just type in, the URL of the meetup group into your browser, and I've done this here, and it has brought me to the East Bay chapter's meetup group. And to join the group, it's very easy. I just click on this Join Us button on the right-hand side, and then you'll basically be entering three pieces of info. First is the name you want to be known by. So I would just type in Frances, my name. Then I would also put in an email here. Now the email you put in, you should be able to stand a bit of email at that email address. So, particularly if you join multiple groups, you might get multiple invitations and reminders. You can control the types of and amount of email that you receive, but my just recommendation is to use one that you don't mind getting a bit of email at. And then you pick your password and then you click sign up. And I've actually already done that here. And after you do that, you go to your email, and because what Meetup does is it sends you a verification email that you got to click the link in the email. So I'm gonna so the next thing it's asking you is, who are you? Tell us a little bit about yourself. And I'm gonna say this is a test profile. Okay. And then you could write, I've been a chapter member since 1985, or I'm just learning about native plants, blah, 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 whatever you want to talk about yourself. And then the next question it asks you is, what photo do you want to use? You can actually browse to find a photo. Let's see. How come that didn't work? There you go. You can browse to find a photo, or you can don't show a photo. I actually do recommend to show a photo just because it's nice when people have photos. It doesn't really matter what your photo is, but it's nice to have a photo. Okay, the next one is, it's basically saying what things are you interested in. This really isn't necessary to join the group. You can select things that you're interested in. But beware that Meetup will send you notifications about new groups that match those interests when you select these. So you could select, I'm really interested in walking, or not, and then you click next, and it says welcome. There's it's basically I've completed joining the group. So I'm just going to take a look around the group now. And what you see, it's showing you this annoying message that I'm going to hide at the bottom. What you see here is basically on the center area, you're going to see the upcoming events that we do together. And you can actually look at past events over here. But let's look at the upcoming events again. So what you see is the event title is right here, and what this event is our nursery manager is holding a talk on gardening for wildlife. And so you see that it's on September 6th at 10:30, And you can just click this link to RSVP, or maybe you want to open it up and look at it a little more. And you see the date and time, and it also has the location. And when you click on this, it will show you a map. He's talking a little bit about, what's going to happen at the event. There's going to be this talk by 3 neighbors. And then on the right, you see that there's several members of the meetup group that are going to this event. And you can also, so in order to say that you want to go, you just click the yes button, and it will add your picture and name here under the going list. Or you can say, I just want to let Theo know that I'm not going. You can click the no button. And then what's great about Meetup, one of the great things about it is, let's say you have a question about the event. Is it cold in the mornings or something? You can just type in this area down here about, you can type your question and it will be posted underneath this event. So this lady is saying, gosh, I wish I could go to that one. So that's how you RSVP to an event. And then just let's say you want to go back to the main page, you just click the home button, and maybe you want to RSVP to another event. Well, there's another one. This event is, I want to show you, this event actually has an RSVP limit of 25. And what it's saying is that you can join the wait list for this. So let's just click on it. And instead of the, do you want to go button, it says, do you want to join the wait list? So you say yes. And then what happens is, if somebody else changes their RSVP, you'll be moved in the order that that you are on the waiting list, basically. Okay, so then we talked about looking at past events, but I'm just going to show you this a little bit more. So what's neat, okay, is that so members can give a rating of an event after the event. And so here's one where we had Mr. Cater from the Bay Area talking on native bulbs. And so, after the event, a couple of members were saying that they really enjoyed it. Another thing that you can do actually as a member is you can upload pictures to associated with the event to the event by clicking this upload button. You can see the pictures that have been uploaded from various events. They're kind of highlighted here on the right hand side. They're kind of randomly chosen pictures that Meetup's showing. But you can also go to this photos tab here, and you can find photos from past events. So this event here was a hike to Mount Diablo, and you can look at the bunch of member uploaded pictures that were taken. You can also, the members can title the picture, and underneath you can actually, anybody can actually comment on the picture. So sometimes people will say, what is that? Or I think this is such and such, and someone will say, I don't think that's such and such, it's something else. So this is really fun. This is one of the really neat features of Meetup for our particular use. It's great for getting to interact about the plants that we see. And that is really what I wanted to show you. Oh, I wanted to show you one more thing, which is if you want to change some of your settings, you click this circle up here, and you click your settings. So what it's basically showing here is, the name people know you by. Here's your email address. So then also here's where you can specify your interests again. If you want to be notified if there's groups that start that are matching your interests, you can do that. And then also, this is an important one to know about. You can change your email notification settings here. So one thing that I usually get rid of is this weekly personal calendar email of, events that they think you might be interested in. You can, if you don't want to be, how if you've set your interests to be like hiking or whatever, um, you can uncheck this if you don't want to be notified if a new hiking group starts. And then another one, these other notifications, these are kind of interesting, or notifications is sometimes people can post a greeting on your profile, like a comment on your profile. And if you want to be notified when someone does that, you select this box. Or they can send you a private message, and you'll be notified when they do that. And let's just talk about that. Let's go back to our group. And so let us say that I want to send a message to John. So basically, one thing you can do is you can select this members tab here, and it will show you all of the members that are in the group, and it's just listing them down here, actually in the date of last visit to the site right now. So but let's say you can actually look for a member. So let's look for John. Let's look for John Danielson. Just a second here. Let me try this. John. And so it says, well, there's a few Johns. Which John do you want to talk to? So I said I wanna talk to John, or I want to look at John's profile. Here is where, so I'm on John's profile page, and here let's see, we can get that out of the way. So I can actually post something on John's profile. Hi John, this is a test greeting. I can post it directly on his profile, and it will basically stay on his profile unless either I or he wants to delete it. You can also send him a message by clicking this message feature here. This is a test message. Okay. And so that way I've sent him a message. So it's actually bringing me to this conversations feature that they have. It is kind of a new feature that's a little bit difficult for me to use, but basically you can find members and chat with members in that way. And then back on the home page, this is listing the events in the order that they are on the calendar. And then at the very bottom, it has the recent meetups. And that is the introduction to Meetup.